And welcome to episode 51 of the Off the Tools podcast with me, Jonathan.
Keep going.
And my lovely cuddly assistant, the bunny, who needs to be held, Connor. This episode
Hello, John. How are you?
This episode was produced by Marvin, the pretend person.
How are you feeling today, John? Are you ready to talk about your feelings?
Can you imagine that?
Because the other day when I was on my menstrual cycle, I looked into the sign and I'm sure I saw something that told me that I should be married to a Virgo, but I'm in fact married to a Scorpio, and I'm not sure what that quite means. The universe is trying to tell me something.
It's trying to tell you, Elizabeth from Margate, it is trying to tell you you're a twonk. I had a message this morning from a friend of mine, and she was asking, she did a screenshot of LinkedIn. And this was a copywriter, so you'd think it was someone who should know better. A copywriter who was saying she felt validated, fucking validated, because she got one of these, your post is in one of the top 1% of LinkedIn. Can you imagine being so fucking weak and needy? That means something to you. But of course, this is how LinkedIn works, isn't it? And other social media, it's how it works.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like all of these fucking fake guru cunts with #1 bestsellers all over the place.
Yeah, I think I've seen that kind of shit. I think what they do is they pick an obscure category, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
They're #1 in the category in Amazon of French military footwear or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how they do it. There's also do you know what? Well, of course you do. You're a filthy old cunt. You know what OnlyFans is, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't? I'm quite surprised. Either that or you're very good at playing dumb. OnlyFans is a site where mostly females, due to it being sex work, upload nude photos and videos of themselves. It ranges from hardcore fucking to weird shit to just underwear pictures, and men subscribe to these women for anywhere from $1 to $100 a month.
Fuck off, you're making this up.
No, it's called OnlyFans.
No.
And yeah. But what I was going to say is, we can talk about OnlyFans in a minute, but what they do on this site is they pretty much tell every girl on the platform they're in the top 1%. But
right.
And every single girl then takes a screenshot of it and says, "Buy my nudes, fellas, I'm in the top 1%." And they put it in their like Instagram bios, their Twitter bios. Fuck me, I'm surprised we ain't seen OnlyFans models on fucking LinkedIn. Like genuinely, I'm surprised they're not there.
I'm having trouble getting my head around this. So it's basically a bit like if you go back 30 or 40 years, it's like Reader's Wives, isn't it? That porn mag.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Well, you know, imagine you got Playboy and Esquire. It's not Esquire. You got Playboy and a few others. They're high class, high quality porn mags, if you can imagine such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're properly photographed. They've got beautiful models and things. And then you had one that was called Reader's Wives, because most porn, and certainly not necessarily the top ones, but certainly the mid-market ones would have a section in for Reader's Wives. But I believe there was actually a magazine called Reader's Wives. And you can imagine what they were like. They were like fucking Sharon and Tracy, the fat slags. And it was hideous.
So on OnlyFans, you have Sharon and Tracy, the fat slags, but you've also got, there are girls out there making millions a month off this, by the way. And they're like, they've fucking got full camera crews in for their shoots and everything. They're basically just self-employed porn stars now.
Oh, good luck to it. I ain't got a problem with that. I mean, it's like, I don't understand why there's such stigma attached to sex workers.
Oh, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, the hypocrisy is rank as well. I mean,
mm-hmm.
The number of men who, it's like all these fucking religious bigots who go on about how bad homosexuality is, and the next thing you know, they've been caught buggering a fucking rent boy in a public lavatory. Again, I don't have a problem with that either. What I have a problem with is their hypocrisy. You know? Well, I've learned something today. I never knew there was a site called OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm gonna have to go and look. You do realise I'm going to have to go and have a look at it now, don't you? In fact, I'm going to even speak. So onlyfans.com.
Yeah. Yeah. They're.
You're winding me up. There'll be trouble.
I'm not winding you up. The site is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. All right. It's a real site.
Yeah. There's girls that have gone from like working in shit jobs such as, I don't know, fucking burger flipping somewhere to making tens, if not hundreds of £1,000s a month using OnlyFans and a Twitter account. Yeah, it's proper secretive. You have to know the girl that you want to subscribe to.
What do you mean you have to fucking know her?
Like you have to have her link in order to subscribe to her.
So you can't browse?
No, and even then you can't see anything when you know the girl. If you have the girl's link.
So what the fuck am I? Oh, there's no point in going into the site, then, is there really?
No, not really.
I'm just
going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, Twitter's the main driver of it, because I believe Twitter is the only mainstream social media that allows pornographic material. So you've got a Twitter account recently, I believe.
I've had a Twitter account for probably well over a decade. Just haven't used it.
Oh, well, if you started to use it, you would stumble across these girls because they are fucking everywhere.
Fucking amazing.
You'll be reading a thread about astrology, or I follow some Stoic accounts on there, and then I'll scroll down a couple more times. Oh, that's a big hairy cunt. And there's a link to her OnlyFans.
Whereas me, I'm a bold cunt. Well, that is extraordinary. I never knew that. Oh, well. What a time to be alive, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is a business that could not have existed 20 years ago.
No.
It would have been really difficult to do it any other way, other than online like this. It would have been fucking difficult. Probably not
very difficult.
Marvelous.
So.
Well, the thing is with porn, though. The thing is with porn, it's really an irresistible offer, isn't it? Let's face it. It's sex.
Yes, it sure is.
And the thing about irresistible offers is they're just that. I mean, this kind of makes me laugh about. I mean, it's got wider implications, but every government, since I can remember, since I was a little boy, has said about being tough on crime and then tough on the causes of crime. And within that, they talk about often sex and drugs, obviously, because sex in the wrong flavour of sex is a crime. And talking about consensual sex, so prostitution is illegal. Although I'm not sure if having sex for money is illegal. I know soliciting for it is. But you'd think that if being tough on crime was going to work, it would have worked by now.
Yeah.
You know? But even when we had the death penalty, it didn't stop people committing capital crimes. You know, that is not the answer. And some things like sex, they're just fucking irresistible. And really our job as marketers is to make offers and construct offers which are irresistible, a little bit like sex. I mean, men in particular, men will risk everything, even their very lives, just to get their fucking leg over.
Yeah.
Look at Helena fucking Troy. Well, it wasn't her fault. Let's be clear about this. It wasn't her fault. But Paris fucking ran off with the king of Sparta's wife, which is a really stupid thing to do because they're not very forgiving, the Spartans. And he brought down the entire fucking city just for a woman. You know?
That's what good pussy does.
That's what good pussy does to a strong man.
Good pussy, yeah. It sounds like macaroni and cheese when you're stirring it.
Fucking his brother Hector was fucking killed in battle. It's just unreal. But anyway, so you know, our job as marketers is to create the OnlyFans experience, I suppose, to make something irresistible, to post those hairy fanny shots on Twitter or the equivalent thereof, and get people to say it's easier for them to say yes than it is to say no.
Yeah,
and it's what I see a lot of this. I say a lot. I see it frequently enough for it to be remarked upon. on LinkedIn where people will talk about their USP in their offer. And I think people are just paying lip service to it because they've read it somewhere in self-help or marketing, but they don't really understand it. Because when people come to construct this thing, they nearly always come down to something like low price. They do. Yeah. Or we'll give you great service, which isn't actually something to shout about.
No.
You know, that's like going on OnlyFans or going, say, get an escort to your hotel room, and her claim to, you know, her fucking USP is I won't give you the clap. Well, I don't have to expect to get the fucking clap, you know?
Or her USP is I do have a working vagina. I should fucking hope so.
Yeah, I have a vagina and it works, and you can use it for half an hour. Yeah. That's not much of a fucking USP, is it? Yeah. Every girl has got a working vagina, and pretty much every escort will probably let you borrow it for half an hour. So really, if you want to do this simply, you know, we do a lot of work on this in foundations in Elite about outcomes, you know, finding out what really your client really wants to construct your irresistible offers. But the cheap and cheerful way of doing it, and it's a perfectly effective way, and you know, let's face it, it's a little bit like running away from the bear. You don't have to be the best. You only have to be better than the worst, and the worst is most of people. So you haven't got to be the best of breed. You just got to be better than most people, 80-20. And to create an offer that's pretty much best of breed and better than nearly everyone in your market is going to be doing it, because they're all going to be saying we love taps. We've got the biggest selection of taps in fucking Chichester, and we've been doing taps for 20 years, and we really enjoy working with taps, and we won't rip you off. That's the limit of most people's imagination. We've got to be better than that. That accounts for 80-90% of the fucking plumbers in Chichester, you know? All you got to do is figure out what your market hates about your industry and promise not to do it.
It's that simple.
It can be that simple. I mean, it's like estate agents. Now, we've already said that estate agents are effectively paedophiles. They're about the same moral standard as paedophiles. They are the people who walk down the street shitting through old ladies' letterboxes. They're that fucking pleasant, you know? I hate estate agents.
Me too.
And all you got to do is figure out what people don't like about estate agents. Okay, they're alive, you know, and breathing, and probably not today. No, but seriously, things like lawyers. Okay, what people don't like about lawyers? They don't get back to you when they do. They charge you for every letter. They'll even send you a letter, charge you 30 quid for it, and the letter just says, I've got nothing else to tell you. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, estate agents they just send you get on the list, and they just send you heaps of unsuitable shit. Plumbers, they'll rip you off. They do work that's not necessary. Mechanics, the same. In Florida, there's a pool cleaning company, and their USP is dead simple. We turn up. Because apparently over there, it's the thing that they'll say they're going to turn up, and then they don't. Delivery companies, over anywhere, you know, we deliver when we say. We will deliver all your money back. Something like that, you know. Just find out what it is about your fucking industry that people hate.
Yeah. And
make a big deal about not doing it.
Yeah.
It can be that simple.
Yeah. There's nothing more to that.
Not really,
don't be a shit business owner. Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Don't be a cunt. And if you're sat there going, well, all of this is obvious, you're absolutely right. And if you are doing all of the things that your target market, well, you're not doing any of the things your target market hates, well, you're making a mistake if you're not singing about it, because you'd be shocked at how many of your competitors do all of those things and yet are still in business.
Yeah. I mean, another kind of take on this is to do what Claude Hopkins did when he was advertising the beer. And I can't remember the make of the beer, but he took this beer from being nowhere on the charts to being the number one in a very short period of time. And all he did was he went through their process and he found something they did, which everybody else did, by the way, which was steam clean and sterilize their bottles. And he made a big deal of that. Mm-hmm. And that alone was enough to, you know, because it was something that it didn't, every other company could come and say, yeah, we do that too. But of course, then they're playing catch up.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly acceptable to pick something that you do as a matter of course in your industry, which you can then not embellish, but you can really make a song and dance about and make it sound special. And anyone else who does it after you is just catching up.
Just copycats. They look like copycats.
Yeah, and they can shout all they like about, yeah, but we've always done this. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. That's exactly how it looks, isn't it? That's why it's important you get fresh eyes on your business as often as you can to get new perspectives from people that aren't just caught up into the day-to-day shite of your world.
Yeah, unfortunately, most people don't think of it that way. This stuff is not fucking difficult, is it?
No.
But people make it so. They make it so. I mean, if I had a pound for every load of bollocks I'd read on LinkedIn, I wouldn't have to work, to be honest. I wouldn't.
No.
Well, that's not a great irresistible offer. Just pick what other people want, like pussy, and promise to deliver it. Or not deliver. You know, to find out what people don't like, rancid pussy, and say, my pussy ain't rancid.
Yeah. You know, we don't make a mess when doing X job. We do the job on time and finish in time. Yeah. The scope doesn't change.
And also, don't just say it. Offer some kind of promise, some kind of way to back that up as well. That's it might be a guarantee of money back, but it might be something else.
We do it on our free fucking shit. If someone complained to us that the Business Accelerator wasted their time, we'll buy them a fucking pizza.
I'll pay out my own pocket and I'll have a pizza sent to their house.
Yeah.
For wasting their time. Not at a, how long have we been doing that? Over a year.
Yeah.
Not one. Probably near 18 months. Not at a single fucking person asked for a pizza.
If they did, they'd be getting a small margarita, no toppings.
I get one of those mini pizzas from
Chicago town ones that you wrap in the micro. Send it Royal Mail first class.
You didn't say how big the fucking pizza would be, did I?
Imagine that Royal Mail first class bubble wrap type envelope. They open it up, it's just
fucking pizza with a turd on it. Turd pizza.
Oh, no,
I'd get him a fucking local Domino's or something. I wouldn't be an arsehole. But it would be funny to do it.
It would be.
So anyway, moving on from that, say you figured that out. You've got your US. It's not even a USP, but you figured out something that makes you look irresistible. You're standing out. I mean, people who God, man, I hate this. Right? It's not quite worthy of a 1 minute hate, but it's close. Graphic designers and marketers who say we are innovative, we are novel, we are creative, we'll make you stand out from the crowd. The very fact someone says that means they've got no fucking imagination, because it's just a cliche.
No idea. Also, this might be really random. I don't know if you agree. I really hate it when I see the artsy type people say unlimited revisions on your design. It's like, for fuck's sake, that just makes you sound like we're going to have to do this over and over again, and I don't fucking want to.
Yeah, perhaps everyone like us though.
As I said, this might be left field and completely just us.
How frustrated were we with that fucking
Oh my god! But the word unlimited revisions, it's like, oh no, you know your shit. So you know you're going to have to do 100 logos. You know that fucking the first logo you produce is always shit. A much better promise would be just simply, we'll work until your logo's fucking sexy, till you're happy with it. But saying unlimited revisions, it's like, you've had issues. There's a skeleton there.
Yeah. But anyway, so moving on. Once you've done that, every tradesman should do this as well. And there are some, not caveats, but there are some rules you probably want to follow to save your sanity and your pocket. But everyone should have an ultra high-end offering. Now we're talking the Rolls Royce. No matter who you are, whether you're an electrician, plumber, bathroom fitter, kitchen fitter, whatever, you should have something which is so fucking ultra high-end package. The chances are no one ever buys it. That's okay. Because the two rules are, one is it must cost you nothing until you have to deliver it. So it costs you nothing to present it and offer it. So a painter, decorators, or a kitchen fitter or a bathroom fitter, they could say, look, all we're going to do is we're going to do your bathroom while you're out of the house. We're going to send you and the family to Centre Parks for the fucking weekend, or if they've got kids. If they ain't got kids, if it's just a man and a woman or two blokes or whatever, if it's just a couple, send you to a posh hotel food and drinks included. We'll send you the hotel, and when you get back, your kitchen will be finished, your bathroom will be finished, your bedroom will be finished, whatever. We'll have the rest of the house cleaned professionally, so there'll be no mess anywhere. Carpets cleaned, upholstery cleaned, put the dog in kennels. We'll have your garden manicured, that kind of shit. Stuff that costs nothing to promise and will only cost you when you come to deliver. And it will probably cost you less than £1,000 to have all that done.
Yeah.
The extras, and you can easily add 3 or 4 times that on the cost of the bedroom above.
Easily.
Because our guy's now charging an extra 4K for nothing.
Yeah.
Just for asking for it. So how much more can you ask for something like that? Well, everyone should have one of those. Costs you nothing to deliver it until you deliver it, and it positions you. This is the second rule. It positions you. Yeah. It sets the high bar for our fees start here. Or our fees end here. This is what you can get from us. That affects the effect of that is to pull everything else up with it. So imagine, a good example is my own business. If people want to do a consulting day with me, it's €12,500 plus VAT. Very rare that happens, but that's not the point. The point is it then pulls everything else up that I do. People know that's my rate, and if they want to slice that into eighths, so roughly how much is that an hour? They can work that out themselves. If they get on a phone call with me, they know they're expecting to pay about €1,500, etc., etc., etc. It positions everything. It pegs, it anchors your prices, and it also helps them if they go for a lower price thing. It helps them feel they've got a good deal. I said everyone can do this, but how many do? There's a dentist, Charlie Martin. His waiting room was an arboretum with a concert pianist in there and a full, a grand piano and a full-time concert pianist in there playing it to relax people. Nothing to do with fucking dentistry, but the relaxation for people. And it just pulled the whole practice up. So you're not sitting there with a couple of fucking dirty mags with a radio going on. You've got a concert pianist and you're in a fucking arboretum. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
Very, very fun.
That's how he was able to charge probably 2-3 times what other people were charging for the same thing, because dentistry pretty much. I mean, you can't just make your own shit up. You've got to follow some fucking rules, clinical rules.
Yeah.
So, anyone can do it. Everybody probably should. Almost nobody ever does.
It's so easy as well. It's so fucking easy. Just tell them you well, one, not to mention the free marketing. The PR will inevitably come off the back of that. Surely.
Yeah. So, yeah. Especially if you push it as well.
Yeah. And then you become known as the guy that does X, which, as John says, instantly positions you. So there is nothing stopping you saying that, you offer diamond encrusted taps. Because I bet you could fucking find them if someone ever bought them. But you'll be the bathroom company in Chichester, as John keeps saying, that sells taps for 50 grand.
Yeah. I mean, and it's probably easier to sell one, say, 30, 40K bathroom than it is to sell 10 4K bathrooms.
Mm-hmm. If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing, and it's not difficult, let's face it. It's like those fucking sex toys we were talking about. You've got the £1.3 million dildo, because it's made of platinum with diamonds in it. I bet it's a lot easier to sell one of those than it is to sell several 100,000 cheap plastic fucking rabbits.
Yeah.
All right. But hey, we don't know what we're talking about because
no, we don't.
The customer is king. And it's all about price. The times I fucking see people saying that it's all about price, I actually want to fucking meet them down a dark alleyway, bend them over a fucking barrel and bugger them to death, because they're so fucking stupid. It's what they deserve. It's all about price. Only if you're a fucking moron.
Idiotic statements from idiotic people. It's all about price.
Now, here's one thing we should never use as a USP, by the way.
What's that?
And I shouldn't have to say this.
You're going to have to.
I know I'm going to have to, but I shouldn't. And that is, do not use low price and discounts. I don't know how many times we've said it in different ways, but people keep doing it. And Some people, their USP is we won't be beaten on price. I can't imagine a more soul destroying and frankly embarrassing USP.
Imagine screaming, "I'm so shit, I'll work for less than anybody else."
Yeah, that is exactly what you're saying. I will work for less than anyone else anywhere. And some people will say, you know, if you get it cheaper elsewhere after we've done the job, we'll refund twice the difference. Well, good luck with that one. Because you will get, the thing is, doing that, you will attract people who will rip you off by contriving to have it happen. You know you will.
Yeah.
Why would you?
You're tempting fate, as they would say, aren't you? You're playing with fire.
You're not so much tempting it as getting an account on fucking OnlyFans.com and posting all about it on Twitter. You know, you're really fucking tempting fate. Seriously, I don't know why anyone would do that. Here's a way to look at it, right? Here's a way to look at it that most people won't think of. Never mind the fact, I've said before, a 2% decrease in your price on a 35% gross margin means you have to increase volume of sales by 11% just to stay where you are. Well, good luck with that. 11% more sales, 11% more work. No, thank you. Just to stay where you are. Never mind all that. Think of it this way. I think everyone knows. I don't think there's anyone on the planet, well, on this planet or any other planet, to be fair. I don't think there's anyone else anywhere, anyone who thinks or doesn't realise getting cheap buyers gets you shit buyers, because people with little money or tight-fisted Scrooges are almost impossible to please, slow to pay if they pay at all, entitled, always asking for more for less. You know, I don't think anyone doubts that. Yeah, but never in mind even that. When you sell yourself at a low price and with a discount, you're effectively spending your marketing dollars, because it all comes off your margins. So you can look at it as, yeah, by discounting, you're increasing your overhead, your cost per sale, which is effectively saying, well, we're spending that's a marketing dollar we're spending there. And the way we're spending it is as a discount. So let's get this straight. You're spending that dollar or that pound or that groat or that euro in the most unimaginative way you can possibly ever spend it by giving a discount, slashing your profits massively. Again, 34% decrease in profits on a 35% margin with a 10% discount. You're slashing your profits, and all to attract the worst possible kind of client. There is nothing to recommend it. You get busier and busier doing shittier and shittier work for less and less profit for worse people. There is nothing, absolutely fucking nothing, zero, zilch, nada, nothing at all to fucking recommend low price selling, other than the fact I don't do it. You know, that's one way I would say I recommend it, because I don't do it. It's great. That's the only thing it's got going for it. I don't fucking do it. I let my fucking competitors do it. I let my fucking fellow copywriters go on LinkedIn and chime in on these fucking threads about, oh, we'll do some work for you. Please consider me. I only charge 50 pence per fucking million words. I might be exaggerating a little bit there, but
it's sad. It's just sad.
It is fucking sad.
We're harsh. We're harsh because we think it's ignorant. We're harsh because we know better. But there's so many sorry fuckers out there that just don't know any other way. And they're stuck. And I feel for those poor bastards.
Well, the thing is, it is a cycle. I mean, I've written this in the book about it being a cycle.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, and here's a great example for you. You know, just using those figures I gave. You imagine you cut your price by 10% or 2%, say, which is nothing. I mean, no one actually gives a discount of 2%, really. It's just not in the trades. I mean, you might do in these big corporations when they're doing these big negotiations. But, you know, no tradesman would give a 2% discount on a button. It's just not worth having. I'd say 10%.
It's insulting.
Yeah. But just say they do. Just say they go down the insulting route and they give 2% off. Then they have to increase their volume of sales by 11%. Well, that means you've got to work harder. You've got to work harder to sell it, and you've got to work harder to provide it. 11% at least. That's with 100% increase in your fucking conversion rates and stuff. The chance of it's going to be more than that. But let's say in a perfect world, you're working 11% harder. So for every 10 days you would normally work, now you've got to work 11. You know, that's more than an extra day per fortnight on a 2% discount. If this isn't scaring people, I don't know what's wrong with them. Well, if you do that to say that's on 2%, imagine you do that on, say, on a 10% discount, how much harder you got to work. I think I've got the figure somewhere. I think you've got to increase your volume by about 100% on the same gross margin of 35%. I think you need to increase your volume of sales. You need to double it. Excuse me. You need to double it basically. So you're working twice as hard, twice as many leads, twice as many sales conversations, twice as many conversions, twice as much paperwork, twice as many jobs. Yeah. So now you're not working 5 days a week. You're trying to work 10 days a week, and there's only 7 days in a week. But imagine you do that, right? You are trapped then, because you still need the cash flow. You need the cash to pay your bills, to pay your overheads, your fixed overheads, and your variable cost of sales. You need it. This is why these guys get trapped in these cycles and they can't stop it. They're like we used this analogy before. They're like in a washing machine, which is spinning around on the fast spin. They're pressed against the wall of the washing machine. They can't stop. They're running down that hill as a child and they can't stop, because if they do try to stop, they'll fall over and fucking crash and burn. They have to keep running. They have to keep spinning. The only way to stop these things, I'll say the only way, probably not the only way, but the easiest and safest way to stop them is with an outside intervention, either from someone turning the machine off, running into a nice soft bush, or having guys like us come along and help you break that cycle, because it is a fucking cycle. What are you laughing at?
Nice soft push.
Nice soft push. I'm thinking of OnlyFans now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get off this fucking podcast and set
my mind just went straight to the hairy fanny I saw on Twitter.
I suppose Brian Blessed is a hairy cunt, isn't he? Sorry, Brian, you're a really top bloke. I thought that was quite funny. But seriously, these guys are trapped in a cycle, and they make it worse, because what they'll do is, oh, fucking hell, this is really bad. We need to get some more money in to pay the bill. Okay, well, we'll drop the price and get some more business in. No, you morons. It's like pouring fucking petrol on a fire.
Silly goose. It's even more dangerous when you don't, one, understand what it does to your numbers, which I think if people did, they wouldn't do it in the first place. But two, they don't even have a predictable way to generate leads.
No.
If they even know what a lead is or how to generate a lead. They then don't have nurturing systems and conversion rates and the sales choreography in place. And they don't know all of these other crucial numbers that come way before the profit number.
Well, the whole attract, seduce, sell thing is just missing from their lexicon. It's just not in their heads. What they do is they don't see any of this as a process, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
They see it as the client in front of them. Oh my God, we've got to sell this one. Don't know where the next one's coming from. Well, if you've got the attract, seduce, sell thing, if you've got the accelerator model plugged into your business, you know where it's coming from. You know that statistically you're going to get at least 2 leads this week, and one of those might convert to a sale. Because that's how it happens. Whatever, you will feel relaxed. And of course, the irony is, the more relaxed you are, the more sales you make, because you're not desperate for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, people are probably experiencing it right now because everyone's fucking a busy bee. People have finally got the cojones to put their prices up, and they're like, they probably think they've just evolved overnight into a better business owner and a better salesman. But in reality, they don't realize it's because their demeanors, they don't give a fuck anymore, because they know they've got so many jobs lined up and they know they're charging higher rates. They don't realize how much that behavior, that attitude is magnetic and increases your conversion rates at the end of the day as well.
It's also insidious because they're benefiting quite rightly from a bumper harvest. But as we said the other day, they're not in control of it. And when I read something yesterday, about how I mean, I knew this anyway. Whenever we hit recession, what happens is there's a knock-on effect. Loads of tradesmen come into the market. They flood the market at low rates, as I was predicting weeks ago, months ago. So, you know, it's great now, guys. I know it is. You don't need me and Connor. You give it 6 months when there's all these fucking tradesmen coming on. So they're charging £120 a day. They're thinking it's a lot of money, and it is to them. And that's undercutting your rates, and you don't have the skills then to charge more because you thought, oh, it's easy, there's loads of work. Yeah? Train hard, fight easy, get this fucking shit nailed now, boys and girls.
Do you know what? Do you know what's fucking hilarious, John?
Tell me.
Those that do not heed this warning, those that are arrogant enough to call us bullshitters, the new talent, the new blood coming into the market to undercut you, to fuck your business up, and they will. Yeah. When they start making their money, they'll eventually start thinking, I want more of this. And they'll start growing their businesses. And do you know where they'll turn? They'll turn to fucking us. We're not idiots. There's a reason we launched Foundations. We're not fucking stupid. So either you can join us and you can protect yourself, or the new blood will fuck you so hard, and then they'll join us instead.
Yeah, human beings are strange things. We assess risk not according to how risky it is, because statistics are not intuitive. They really are not. And most people have got no. It's a bit like exponential growth. It's difficult for people to compute, get your head around. It's one of the problems we had at the beginning of the pandemic. People didn't understand what exponential growth meant. It's the same with stats. You know, stats are hard to get your head around. And what people don't understand is you can't change the numbers. You know, it will always be 80-20, 90-10, or whatever. You know, 99-1. There'd always be a small number of business owners, a small number of tradesmen who are fucking killing it, who've got this stuff down pat. And it might not be fair. People say it's not fair. I wish it was different. This time round in this cycle, it would be different because we haven't had a crash for a while. It won't. You know, you can't change the numbers whether they're fair or not. What you can do is you can choose which group you belong to. Are you going to be in the group that's doing fine? You've got predictable systems, attract, seduce, and sell, the 9 accelerators. Is that going to be you? Or are you going to be the ones who are, yeah, we're making loads of money now because it's easy to get, works easy to get, works profitable, we can put our prices up 6 months down the line. Oh, we've got all these vans and all these guys and all these tools. Most of it's on fucking credit, and we've got no money coming in, and we don't actually know how to get working because it's just come to us in the past. In the microcosm, this is exactly what happened on LinkedIn at the start of the pandemic, when the usual social media strategies, as they call them, the early tactics, stopped working. All these fucking social media twonks had no idea how to generate business because they've been relying on the ease and simplicity and all the heavy lifting being done for them by the LinkedIn platform. This is, qualitatively, this is no different. All the heavy lifting has been done for guys in the trades by the economy, by forces outside your control, by the mathematics of the complex adaptive system of the economy. It's all being done for you. Don't congratulate yourselves on being smart, because you might be smart, but you're not being smart about this. And this isn't happening because you've been smart either. This is happening because it's just fucking fortuitous. It's good luck. And luck is anything which you don't control effectively, and you don't control this, and it will change. And if you've not, you know, if you've not put in the effort to get this stuff under some kind of control, you'll be fucked. You know, people will say, "Oh, you're bound to say that, John, because you want to sell us into foundations." Yes, I do. That doesn't change the fact I'm also fucking right.
Yeah,
and I will be. No, in 6 months or a year, we'll be sitting there, and the probably 150th or something fucking episode of the podcast, going, "We told you so" in episode 51.
Quite frankly, couldn't give a fuck if these listeners joined us or not, because
not as individual.
No, clients coming from everywhere.
Absolutely. We need, you know, we're a business. We need clients. Of course we do. Without clients, we've got no business. So we don't need any one client.
No.
And we don't need any collection thereof. So it's no skin off my nose if Fred from Chichester joins us or not. Whether it's fucking Bernie from Birmingham or Lionel from Leicester, makes no fucking difference. As long as some of them do over time, I'm quite happy. And those who do, they reap the benefits. Those who don't, they'll perhaps go somewhere else. They'll perhaps listen to Dan Kennedy Joseph Valente and ended up owing 2 million quid. Whatever. And good luck to them all. I mean, I don't wish anyone any harm in this. Not really.
Oh, no.
I mean, there are some people out there I would wish harm upon, but they're not tradesmen, and not because they've not bought my shit. You know,
it's crazy out there, but it almost feels like we're poo-pooing the party. But it'd be wrong not to give the warning. It'd be wrong.
Oh, it would mean my message hasn't changed. I mean, you know,
No,
give the same message
not.
now
Of
as I
course
was
not.
just years ago. You know,
But I just imagine some business owner happy as shit, making more money than ever before. Can't wait to listen to John and Connor, and we go, listen here, you little prick. Yeah, you lucky piece of shit. Yeah, we're poo-pooing their party, but it's right to, and it's necessary.
I think so. You know,
we won't blow smoke up people's asses.
I mean, I think I'm right in saying UK's in recession right now.
Yeah, the worst ever. We've never seen our GDP fall like this. It was something like 11%.
This is what people are missing, I think. The fact that your little segment is this week, this month, even this year doing really well, but we're in the middle of the worst recession on record, does not mean to say your sector is safe.
Mm.
As always happens in recession, the market will be flooded with low-priced selling tradesmen. If it's not happening right now, it'll happen in the next 3 months, maybe a year, and you will pay the price. But as for the 1 minute hate today, I can't think of anything I hate today.
I think that's a good thing. You turned up and you was quite solemn. I'm quite tired. It leaves them wanting more. We'll promise them one tomorrow, shall we?
If I can think of something to hate, I mean, to be honest, having been told about OnlyFans, how can you hate anything? What's not to love about fucking OnlyFans? What's not to love about it is? What's not to love about capitalism, where you can fucking sell your own porn?
Oh, it's like superb. You know, every now and again you come across a girl and your jaw just it's a fucking floor drops. Now you can pay to see their tits, and it's cheap. It's like £3. Yeah. Did you realise how fucking
sad that sounds?
But it's not sad. I've seen her tits for £3.
What did your girlfriend say about this?
I haven't actually spent any money on OnlyFans. We're talking, what's the
backpedal, fucking backpedal.
She's on OnlyFans, I should say.
Hang on a minute, Let's explore this rabbit hole. How do you know it's only £3 to see a gorgeous bird's tits?
Because you click on the link and it says £3 for 30 days.
I don't. I've never been on the fucking site except this just now. How do you? You've obviously got an account then.
No, because you click on it and it says if you want to see this girl's pictures, you pay £3 or $3 for 30 days. And it ranges from anywhere for $1 to 100.
So clearly you have clicked on it now.
I've clicked on a link, but I haven't paid for anything.
No, you bastard. I'm going to so fucking study our business credit card receipts.
John, look at my face.
I'm looking at your face.
I'm fucking gorgeous. I don't need to pay £3 to see some tits. You've had many a wank over my missus.
But that would be your missus, not you.
Yeah, but I see those bazongas in real life. For you, it's just the imagination of Facebook.
So you say, for all I know, she's got you fucking kneeling in the corner, facing the wall in a gimp mask every night.
It could.
You lucky bastard!
I was going to say, if that was happening, I'd be more than happy. I'm not for anything. But John, OnlyFans was made for men like you. You know, a little bit on the shorter side.
Hang on. Men like
wrong
me.
Side of 50.
You are the what? This is
scared of human interaction. This is
outrageous. You're the one who's been telling me, how much it is, how it works, what happens when you click on the fucking links, and I'm the one it was made for.
Honestly, you need to get yourself on that. Maybe have a wank, get rid of some of this tension you're feeling right now, buddy. But I
had a fucking blowjob last night. I didn't like the taste very much, but I still had one.
And on that note,
if you want to attract the best kind of clients, sell to them at premium, please. And have it all happen delivered to you in the background, hands off on our autopilot. Go to ottpodcast.co.uk and avail yourself of our free resources, and you will very soon be making one with less work, less fewer headaches, and staving off the inevitable crash which will be coming in the next 6 to 12 months. Guaranteed. I don't think there's anything else. Is there, Connor?
You did the URL, didn't you?
Yeah, ottpodcast.co.uk. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay inside, wash your hands, be sure not to use your company credit card, Connor, when you go onto OnlyFans.com, and do not shit on your fingers. Ta-da.